Good afternoon, everybody, and Happy New Year. Getting into week three's discussion on the young protagonist. Um, the book that I chose is Lily Anderson's Undead Girl Gang. I read this a few months ago, back in October, I think. It seemed like a good Halloween read, and I enjoyed it a lot. It's about a girl whose best friend has died, and she uses magic to resurrect her to find out what happened. But getting into the discussion, I feel that the book setting is relevant to the protagonist, whose name is Mila Flores, because a lot of what happens takes place in a high school setting. She's I think a junior in high school, and three of the students from the school have all died within like a week, including her best friend. And so it's like the community feels it was like a suicide pact that the girls had, but she knows that her friend wouldn't commit suicide. So basically, she uses magic to resurrect her friend to find out what happened, and then the other two girls come back along with her friend. But she's in this situation because the adults in the town don't believe her. So it's kind of like, as a young adult, she's the only one that's trying to find out the truth. Like, everybody from her parents to her friends' parents to guidance counselors, and even the women who own the witchcraft store where she buys her ingredients and things from, they all think that it would be better if she just left things alone. So she's like the only one that's trying to actually do anything about finding out what happened to these girls and why they ended up dead. It's a nice read. I mean, it's funny, it's fast paced pretty much, and it gives you a look at, I guess, relationships that they probably ordinarily wouldn't have had the girls lived their normal lives. I guess Mila and the other two girls didn't run in the same circles, so it was nice seeing the friendship that formed between them. And then the things about the actual world that Anderson creates, even though the setting is like in a small town, it could be anywhere pretty much. There's this element of magic that happens where she does resurrect these girls, and they're like roaming the streets. They go to Walmart at one point, and the weird thing about it is that if they're too far away from Mila, like once they come back, they look like they did in life, but then once they're so many feet away from her, they start to decompose. So when they go to like the school and confront other, I guess, people that had been talking about them after their deaths, it's like they're all grotesque and everything. But it's weird the way nobody really questions like seeing them like this. So I thought that was one of the strange things. I guess I feel like it would work in a fantasy setting as well as like a contemporary setting, like Anderson chose to have the story placed in. But as far as my thoughts on other ways that I guess she could have changed the setting and still kept like whatever it was that the story was about, a fantasy setting or a maybe sci-fi paranormal setting probably would have worked too. But those are my thoughts on Anderson's book. I enjoyed it. I thought it was well done for the subject matter. But I look forward to hearing everybody else's thoughts on the books that they choose, and have a nice afternoon. Bye.